Before I begin this presentation, I would like to let everyone know that the beliefs expressed in this video are in no way an attempt to try to convert anyone to my beliefs. If you feel differently about, for example, the earth itself, what it is, in no way am I trying to challenge your beliefs or push my beliefs on yours. So, my beliefs are that we don't live on a globe, based on 11 years of studies, research, and of course, number one, the Hebrew Scriptures. So if you are against these teachings, feel free to change the video. I'm not here to argue or push that on you. So I just want to tell you I respect your views, because we all have different views on certain things. And in no way am I trying to disrespect you. So I just want to make sure that I am respectful to those of you who are watching, who possibly just say, this whole thing is nonsense, the whole flat earth thing, and I understand. So just want to make that little warning before I begin speaking. I'm not trying to push my beliefs on you. Feel free to believe whatever you want. Look into it, don't look into it. That's all up to you, and I respect your views. That being said, if you would not like to listen further, please change the video. If so, this is for those who would like to understand what I'm talking about. In this video, we're going to be talking about the dome, the enclosure that is above this earth. To me, it's very, very clear in Scripture that there is a dome, and based on reality, things that we can see with our own eyes. In Genesis, in Bereshit, chapter 1, it tells you in verses 7, 8, and 9 that Elohim created the great rakia, dome. And it says there that he put the dome on the earth to separate the waters that were below the dome from the waters above the dome. Now, what are the waters below the dome? In all rationale, if you're reading it literally, it's the oceans, rivers, and lakes, the waters here on earth. What are the waters above? It is what you're looking at up in the sky. It's water. Waters above. Now, many people have a belief that the word rakia there does not mean dome. Often it's mistranslated as sky or atmosphere. In many Bibles, even Jewish Bibles, mistranslate this to say sky or atmosphere. It does not mean sky, it does not mean atmosphere. Now, if we were to say, okay, it does mean atmosphere or sky, we have a problem. And what's that? If you read verses 14, 15, and 16 and 17, it talks about God placing the two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light, that means the moon. It is a light. It is not a rock, as we are taught. It's a light. And he placed the stars as well. All of them, he said he places in the dome, or within the dome. Now, this is a problem if you say that the rakia in Hebrew means sky or atmosphere, which they mistranslate. So if you want to say that's what it means, the same word appears only a few verses later in 14, 15, 16, and 17. You can't have it both ways. It's the same word, rakia. Rakia does not mean sky or atmosphere. And the only translator that has the guts to translate it right, it's only one person. His name was Everett Fox, and he created the 5 Books of Moses translation. It's probably the most accurate translation you can ever find of the Torah. Everett Fox. He has the guts to put dome where it belongs, because he is speaking about the dome. We have many mentions about this dome being something sort of a crystal, clear dome, and that's why we see the blue sky, the waters above. For example, read it for yourselves. Ezekiel chapter 1, the whole chapter 1, the opening of Ezekiel, speaks about a vision that Ezekiel has, where he looks up and he sees a dome made of awesome, or appearing as awesome, crystal. If you've ever been to a crystal house, especially an outdoor crystal where they sell crystals and crystal figurines, you'll see rainbows all over the place. Now this is where this connects. And specifically to my Muslim brothers, there's something very special about this. How can we have some kind of evidence that there is a dome, a covering over the earth, as the scripture says? And even the Quran speaks about this, that the earth is enclosed and the moon is a light. The Torah says this and the Quran. Now what's beautiful is, what is the proof that there is a dome? And it's made of crystal or some sort of mirror. The rainbow. The rainbow is the proof of the dome. Now, how do you make a rainbow indoors? That's the big question that we should ask ourselves. How do you make a rainbow indoors? You need crystal, glass, or a mirror, some kind of reflective material. 2 of them with light. So I asked the question, what is the crystal or mirror when you're outside and you see the rainbow in the shape of a dome? And what's very special, specifically to my Muslim brothers and sisters, in Ezekiel chapter 1, it speaks about God and we cannot see Elohim. God cannot be seen because he's not a man. But it says that the brightness of Elohim is around him, and that in the vision of Ezekiel, he saw around the brightness of God, he saw the circle of a rainbow around the presence of God. Now we're going to see how this connects. You see a rainbow in the sky. There's something beautiful connection here. Beautiful connection. The rainbow in the sky. You want to know something else? In the Quran, it speaks about the 7 heavens. And how many colors are in the rainbow? There's 7 colors. 7 is a holy number. Now I'm not saying that this proves anything, but it is something to think about. It's very special. Just think about it the next time you see that rainbow in the sky. God did place a dome, a rakia, over the earth.